With the release of Legends ZA, I was dying to know how would the shiny hunting look in this game, when it's entirely based in one city. Well, my friends, my question has been answered, and it was not what I was expecting. So I decided to do my very first playthrough of this game with only shiny Pokemon. No Nuzlocke or anything, just straight chilling with my shiny pals. A lot of shiny pals. Of course, our journey begins customizing my character, and I hate that they never have hair for curly-haired people. I got curls, man. Give me the curls. Once I decided what I should look like, we already get Sun and Moon vibes with a cutscene. And right off the bat, we get to see AZ with his Floette, and we instantly cut to this train scene, which I didn't even notice this was the POV of a Zygarde cell jumping into my bag. I must have blinked. Anyhow, we're instantly jumped into Lumio's train station, where I mess around with some settings, and while there's basically no settings at all, at the very least, I could change my camera sensitivity all the way up. I appreciate that. It's so Kalos. Or something like that. This game isn't perfect by any means, but one thing I will say is most NPCs on the street have unique faces. I feel like I'm always seeing a new face. Off the bat, we are introduced to a girl named Taunie, and as you can see, she's going to give us one of these three to choose from. But Game Freak hates us, and we can't shiny hunt any of them once again. So, sorry guys. Whoever I pick will stay in the box for eternity. We also get to see Jet, CEO of Quasartico Inc., a company setting up these so-called wild zones, where we will actually be shiny hunting. So thank you, Jet. 2 seconds into France, and we've already been robbed. The immersion is real. I'm not gonna get caught lacking on my first day in Paris, so naturally we confront these two, pick Chikorita, who's awesome, but regretted my decision immediately since this meant it was a prisoner from this day forth. Anyways, I started blasting. We get introduced to the new battle mechanics, which I won't lie, at first feel very spammy with no real skill, but I mean, I guess that's how every Pokemon is at the beginning. By getting our bags back, we interact with Chikorita, and oh god, it's giving me the puppy plant eyes. Eventually, we get to a point where we're caught in a battle zone and are about to get ganged up on by the most random group of friends I've ever seen. And thankfully, AZ's Floette doesn't mess around and straight up hits a light of ruin on these guys. And watching this scene was actually pretty funny. Pokemon games need voice acting. Please, Nintendo, give them the budget. Soon enough, we meet AZ, who now owns a hotel, which I did not see coming, and this dude is so freaking tall. Every lady's dream. These guys are nice enough to let us stay here, and we join their team called Team MZ. We completed our very first mission, and we start our tutorial for this game, which is pretty lengthy, but it's alright as we can head over to Wild Area 1 to hunt our very first shiny Pokemon. After I did all this Royale stuff with Team MZ first. This is Naveen, and this is Lida. Lida? I like Lida. And I'm not gonna lie, these guys are amazing characters. Like, I actually enjoy them a lot more than previous entries. So back to Wild Area 1. Being completely new to the game, I obviously had no idea how shiny hunting worked. So naturally, I flew to the spot for this area, did a walk all the way until this Pichu, and flew right back to the fly zone, and that does in fact reset the spawns. But this is actually the wrong way to do it, sort of. This is the slower way to do it. The way shiny hunting works in this game is as soon as the game spawns a shiny, it's there, forever. You can only fail a shiny if you interact with it, or by other means. One of those means is that the game will only save 10 shinies at a time, so it'll start despawning Pokemon depending on which ones the game loaded first. But for the most part, you're guaranteed a shiny. So as soon as you see one or hear one, save your game to lock that shiny in. Doesn't even matter if it's on a roof you can't get to in the moment. You'll get it later. Anyways, Wild Area 1 has this list of Pokemon, and to be honest, I'm fine with whoever's here. Well, not Mareep, as you'll see why later. By doing it the way I was doing it, I was getting around 12 to 15 Pokemon spawning every 20 seconds or so. Let's just say it was 12, that's around 60 Pokemon every minute, and that's 3,600 every hour. And the odds only get better from here. For now though, I got my very first shiny in 1 hour and 30 minutes. Sorry for the horrid audio. I was hunting in bed with my laptop's mic. Everybody calm down, it's happening! It's happening! Everybody calm down! No! Wait, I have Pokeballs, I can just throw. Catch! Yay! I got it! I got my first shiny, check it out, baby. Honestly, I'm not even mad at it. It's so cute. I wouldn't be surprised if this was most people's first shiny. But let me know who was yours. I'd love to know. And consider subscribing if you love shiny Scatterbug. I'm sure Gunther would appreciate it. So go guess that nickname theme now. Look how he just follows me. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I immediately evolved it into a Spupa, and if I could keep it like this forever, I think I would. Now, oddly enough, we actually run into our first roadblock with this Spupa, and it's the fact that our very first promotion fight is very hard for Gunther, as he just doesn't make it to the third Pokemon. I debated hunting another shiny, but I have a better idea. How about we just kill Spupa a billion times over until he gains enough experience to evolve into a beautiful and strong Vivian? Great idea, right? No? You don't think so? Over and over again, my Spupa died, and died, and died, and died, and died. Okay, how many times did he have to die? Jeez. Will you evolve already, Gunther? This took me a whole hour, if I remember correctly. Those Pokemon were just not giving me experience. Eventually, Gunther evolved, and I was so excited to see what wing pattern we were going to get. All right, I'll just go drink some bleach. Despite his basic wing pattern, we took on Zach for the 100th time, and this dude is still stuck in rank Z. I gave you enough time to get out, dude. I don't know what you want from me. Gunther has a great move with Light Screen, which makes beating this very viable. I learned very quickly in all those battles, I'd rather just attack than use any status move ever. So I just hit Infestation and Gust until we made it to his ace, a Pikachu. But with Light Screen, we took way less damage, enough to where Gunther was able to defeat the Electric Mouse despite being at a type disadvantage. Gunther, you've grown in this last hour like no other Pokemon I've ever had. Reaching rank Y, we meet Emma, who is basically Looker. That's all there is to that. Is that run really necessary? There's a lot of characters in this game, so I won't get into every single one, but later on in the tutorial, we get to Wild Zone 2. But I really didn't see anything I wanted here, so I kept trucking, got some coffee in between, and in less than 5 minutes from each other, ran into two huge dudes who could fling my scrawny. We find out that Emma has one of my favorite Pokemon in existence in all its majesty, and we also find out who our next promotional fight is. So we needed to be prepared. Our next shiny hunt was going to be a big one, and by that, I mean I'm not going to hunt one shiny. We're gonna go from one shiny to like 6. Wild 3 is very special, and it's the easiest way to hunt shinies in this game. By literally running up and down these stairs, which literally everyone in this game has done at this point, so I'm sure you know of this already. And the great thing is if you don't care about stick drift, all you have to do is slap a rubber band or a hair tie on your left joystick, and boom, you can AFK shiny hunt, loading about 15 shinies at a time. And let's just say, you are spawning Pokemon at a rate that has never been seen before. So you are bound to get a shiny by the time you wake up. Or a couple, I should say. Gunther, you're about to have a friend. Shiny, Alpha, what is that thing? Fletchling. Unfortunately, Litleo, you can hear things shining, but unfortunately, Litleo Alpha is not shiny. I can't necessarily catch the Fletchling right now. I don't think I can, actually. But Skiddo. At least one Skiddo. No Pancham still. I left this twice overnight. I hear things shining. So we got Flabebe. I think that might be a Flabebe. There's going to be Litleo over here. 2 Litleo. 3 Litleo. 3 Litleo. No Espers. No Espers? No Espers. And then I don't think Pikachu... Yeah, Pikachu I don't think reaches. Yeah, insane. There's 6 shinies actually. That's the only Flabebe. At least catch Skiddo. And let's catch one of these guys. We'll do you in the middle. I 100% don't think I can catch you. Wow! Really? I guess let's just catch the Flabebe as well. And literally, you could just leave this overnight, which is the most insane thing. This is the definition of broken, and I'm not sure it can be patched. And I don't think they care, but hey, it makes my life a whole lot easier. We didn't just find shinies in Area 3. Oh no, guys, there's more. Loading times on Switch 2 are pretty low. I just heard a shiny. I just heard a shiny. Wait. Hey! It's a Pidgey! Wait, hold on. Wait, the AFK spot is spawning in this Pidgey. It goes that far, and he's definitely not... He might be loaded in. What is causing this Pidgey to spawn? Is it me going up here? Can we see this Pidgey from up here? You can see this Pidgey from up here. Are there other... Oh, wait! You can see Pokemon from here. It's a shiny Vivian. It's a shiny... Look at... Oh, and a shiny Badoo. And a shiny Badoo. I have Vivian, so, you know, but I don't have... I did want a Pidgey, so that just speeds up this process. What is causing this Pidgey to spawn? Is it me going up here? Can we see this Pidgey from up here? You can see this Pidgey from up here. Are there other... Oh, wait! You can see Pokemon from here. It's a shiny Vivian. It's a shiny... Look at... Oh, and a shiny Badoo. And a shiny Badoo. Yeah, broken is an understatement. Before we get to the shinies, I just want to point out, we totally could have kept the menu UI controls completely the same. I'm having a stroke with literally every button being completely different in this game. There's our Pidgey. It's nearly daybreak. We got Monica the Skiddo, whose shiny is amazing. I never really like using Go-Goat, but we'll see. Rachel the Litleo, again, not keen on ever using Pyroar. Janice the Flabebe, whose shiny is very underwhelming. Phoebe the Pidgey, who is my pride and joy. I love this shiny and Pidgey in general. On top of that, we'll be able to Mega Evolve it later. And of course, the star of the show, Emma, the Alpha Fletchling. This is such a cool Pokemon. Well, I will be honest, I might as well evolve Emma. Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing we can do about it, you know? This is a subtle shiny, but it's honestly not bad. It's not bad. So what is he? Oh yeah, that is it. Dude, that bird could probably carry me. Holy. Oh, this is great cinematic. Look at that. She's a chonky girl, isn't she? Now, in order to snag the Badoo and the extra Vivian, I had to mop the floor with this construction worker to activate the Holovator. And I figured out here Emma was not listening to me since alpha Pokemon are 10 levels higher. But I mean, she's taking no damage, so eventually she gave in and listened. Shine away. They will shine away. Well, let's go for the Badoo first. It ran away! Oh, well, I guess we can test this now. It is gone. That's not the same Badoo. No, it's still there. Boom. Kathy the Badoo was just a nub. I mean, Badoo are tiny, guys. I might step on this thing if I'm not careful. Gotta love me a Pidgeotto. That is one ugly shiny. Oh my gosh, I did not remember that at all. Oh, that is bad. That is just... You are ugly, Phoebe. He's looking at that croissant, dude. He's like, yo, can I have it? Go right ahead. We went from 1 shiny to 7 shinies, not including duplicates. So it was finally time to take on our second promotional fight. A 9-to-5 worker who honestly should just stick to the office. I steamrolled her with my new shinies. And with that, we rank up to rank X, and we get to take on Naveen, who's probably my favorite character in this game. So this was huge for me. He leads a puny Spiterack, and I lead horribly wrong, so I swap in Gunther to take it out with a Gust. And Gunther pretty much draining kisses the rest of the team. Gunther deserves some coffee after that one. We learned Zavi is our next promotional fight, and am I just realizing that they have names that start with the letter rank they are? I'm dumb. Now, I didn't really know how to raise Kathy's friendship to evolve her, so I just let her out of her ball to walk with me most times and keep me company. We even did a little shopping together. With my earnings, I fully changed my wardrobe to something a little more Jules-like. I love my beanies, and I had to snag this Chespin one. Unfortunately, they don't have more Pokemon-themed beanies like this one, so that's what I was sticking to. My favorite part of the ZI Royale is just straight up sneaking up on the ops. Hey, yo! Spin the block, Blondie! Not a single trainer missed the wrath of Kathy, the shiny Badoo. With all that training in, we yet again find another trainer for an easy rank up. I mean, I'm farming these kids with a mere butterfly. Okay, maybe not Zavi. I made sure to get the most out of Gunther, as I knew he'd be rendered useless come mid-game. Monica and Rachel too, as I knew they'd be replaced eventually, and Zavi's Furfro was not playing around. This dog is one of those Pokemon that will just murder everything on your team early game, no matter what game he's in. The only one of our rivals that we haven't fought yet was Lida, and she is a living emoticon. This girl lives on her Rotom phone. She's emoting every 2 seconds, and somehow I'm not annoyed at it. This wasn't too bad as her team was really weak, and as long as you just switch out constantly, you should be good. Although I will say, whoever thought it was a good idea to make the switching Pokemon buttons the D-pad, I hate you. Arceus did this so much better. I feel so clunky all the time. You need to be fired. At this point in the story, I knew I had unlocked something very important and wasted no time checking it out. Side mission number 7. This girl claims she saw a purple Mareep, and as a curious Mareep fanatic, I had to check it out. After searching around a bit, I found it on the roof, and I know everybody has this shiny, but I'm literally the Mareep guy. I love this thing, so as you can see, I chucked a ball at it, and the pink fuzzball was all mine. I named her Susan and evolved her into a Flaffy on a street to rub it in everybody's face. After this, I went to go take on rank W Rintaro, another 9-to-5 worker, a waiter. They're really trying to escape this life, and I am too, so subscribe. And I am on the ball with my leads. This time, Phoebe. Simisei stands no chance to my Aerial Ace and Quick Attacks. One cool thing you can do is if you know what Pokemon is actually coming out next, or if you're weak and need to switch out, you can full-on switch before they switch, which is great for picking up momentum in a fight. So I did that here with Vivian, and eventually I went into Susan, but she was just not holding up, so Monica had to finish up Simipour. As for Simisear, Rachel doesn't live to see anything, and this game has me panicking a lot, to where sometimes I switch in on the wrong Mon. I did have Mudshot, but after this I just sent out Pokemon at random because he was searing us with attacks. This Simisear took out half of my team. In the end, it was Phoebe who had to clutch up, to no one's surprise. And if you're wondering what happened to Alpha Fletchinder, I didn't want to make every fight so easy, at least at this point in the game, so she's temporarily benched until I can get to her level. Exiting the restaurant, we run into 10% Zygarde, and I would have liked if this was a time chase where if it gets too far, we lose and have to start all the way over, but instead, if you stop chasing it, it just stops in its tracks. Oh well, I guess I can't expect too much from a Pokemon game. Anyways, Crypto here lunges us to the top of this roof, quite literally feeding me to the wolves. Just says, here's a rogue Absol. Have fun dying, loser. AZ shows up to lend us his Mega Lucario, who I have no bond with whatsoever, so like, how am I Mega Evolving here? But we take on Rogue Mega Absol. There's tons of these guys around Lumiose, and we have to stop them as they're wreaking havoc, and this is the first instance we Mega Evolve. Granted, it's not with our own Pokemon. It wasn't too hard. Just spam, 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 and Absol goes bye-bye. After each one, we get its Mega Stone, and that's basically the gist of those. Not every Mega Stone is got this way, but whoever is a rogue is got this way. And that actually means we won't have Mega Ampharos for a hot minute, which really blows. For now though, we learned that it's our job to stop these rogue Pokemon as part of Team MZ. Taunie does battle us after this, and I'm forced to use this Mega Absol, or at least I think I am. I'm not really sure. But it died instantly, and I mean Susan was up next. This Pignite was not messing around with its rollout attack. Of course, Phoebe did aerial ace it to death, but then it got even worse as Mega Manectric just obliterated my golden girl. In fact, it took everyone out on my team, and this is the first battle I lost. But we didn't even black out. Let me black out and try again. Wait, Taunie, get back here. From here, I track down Taunie. Don't get my revenge, and instead end up in Quasartico, where mouse are guarding the entrance. Literally mice. This is the place where we'll be able to buy Mega Stones later. I did get a little sidetracked and did a mission with these Trubbish, who apparently were taking this restaurant's clientele away because they smell like absolute shit. But anyways, I did think to see if I could get EXP candies because I felt like I was very underleveled. That didn't give me anything though, so I just took on the ZA Royale repeatedly, which I needed to do anyways as I needed another challenger's ticket for my next promotional fight. It was a lot of work though, so I took a break in between and bought Kathy some coffee, which apparently is how I raise friendship. Now I just needed to set the time to morning, and Kathy finally graces us with this beautiful shiny. I love the black flower. I wish they were both black. I also started hunting down colorful screws so we can trade them for Canary plushes. And these are items which will boost a certain thing in your game. Some boost the amount of Mega Shards you get, while another will boost the amount of money you get. This took me a long time as I didn't know where these screws were, and I didn't really want to look it up on my first playthrough. Basically, I wanted the one where it gives you more EXP, as I was definitely leveling up way too slow. It took me a couple of hours, but I finally maxed out the red Canary plush to level 3. That takes like 16 screws. It was brutal when you don't know where they are and don't have the Rotom Float feature yet. See, Vinny is the reason I actually need to level up a ton. His ace was level 32, and I was just barely scratching level 30. Either way, I did give it a go to see if I could beat him. My lead was unoptimal, to say the least, and Phoebe wasn't much better. So I whipped out the trump card, Emma, to which Vinny instantly switched in a Sharpedo. I was quick on my feet and switched in Monica on a Whirlpool, and right before she died, a Razor Leaf did some chip. Susan did get some damage as well, but also died. Jeez. In the end, it was Kathy who got the finishing blow, but I just left her in the Whirlpool taking residual damage. I didn't know, girl. This guy seriously has Baneri on his team? He's messing with me. Anyways, the star of the show here is Drampaw, and it's not just any Drampaw. This Mega is one of the best ones among the new ones. It's perfection, and you bet there was nothing I could do against it. Base 160 special attack while also being a lot bulkier. Yeah, I wrapped it up right there and realized that Vinny was in another league. Eventually, I started using EXP candy, smalls, to level up the team as that was great for this point in the game. With Susan evolved, I took on Vinny once more. Emma owned the 1v1 against Houndoom. I knew Sharpedo was coming out, so I immediately switched in Susan to be ready to Thunder Punch it. Baneri is Baneri, and Drampaw, we just needed to sack whatever we could. I got a Leech Seed off, and Emma got like no chip off before dying. Same with Gunther, and it was looking grim. But then I found out, oh yeah, Mega Evolution doesn't last the whole fight. So this just became a whole lot easier. So much so that Phoebe with Twister and Agility and all the rest was just spamming attacks and almost did it to him. Almost. Susan was the one to finish this off. And we finally get a rank up. And not just one, we rank up all the way to rank F. You know what that stands for, Vinny? Failure. And then Taunie just comes in and beats him on her first try. I mean, come on, show off. From there, we head into Quasartico Incorporated, and Vinny explains the whole thing of rogue Pokemon and how he almost pissed himself when AZ came to talk to him for the first time, and how they just want our help. But I don't trust you, lady. Not one bit. Even if you did give me Wild Zones to shiny hunt some Pokemon. In the lobby of this place, I evolved my dearly beloved Kathy. Oh, you're so cute. Who's cute? Subtle but cute. It had been some time since our last shiny hunt, if you can even call it a hunt, and this method is similar to the last one, but it requires a turbo controller or you just spamming A on a bench, which would be very slow. The bench reloads the world, spawning in new Pokemon. Fly method is definitely better here, but the thing is, again, Turbo A plus analog stick down makes this completely AFK again. I don't have to do anything. At first I used bandages because I didn't have any tape to hold Turbo A, but eventually a tiny rubber band worked better. As my first night of this, the bandage actually came off, so I probably only got 3 hours of shiny hunting in and no shiny spawned before work. However, I did this one more time while I was at work in Wild Zone 9, and 6 hours later, we had progress.
We got one. Right there.
We got a Staryu. I heard another one. We got a Carvania and a Alpha Sharpedo. Oh, no. Ball. Those are some great shinies, but Sharpedo was a pain in the ass. What the fuck? Oh god. Why is it out of the water? Oh, it just killed me. What? It doesn't see me. What the fuck? How does he know where I am? Leave me alone. Can't sneak up on this thing. It's just impossible. Oh, backstroke. That's a catch. There's Tynamo over here. There is a Tynamo. Yes, that's what I wanted. Okay, that should catch. These were great shiny pulls, especially the shiny Alpha Sharpedo. We have Ursula the Tynamo, which was the one I wanted, so that was pretty lucky as the roof also has spawns. Joey the Sharpedo and Amy the Staryu. Oh my god, that thing's huge. With all these shinies, I continued on, and our next promotional fight is some streamer girl named Canary. I wonder if she knows Iono. Apparently Naveen is a total fangirl of Canary, and what are the odds her partner is an Electros? We're gonna be fighting Electros versus Electros. And I'm just now realizing, Electros has a Mega? I just wanted to use it because its shiny is dope and I love this Pokemon. Staryu's running animation is hilarious. It just jumps forward. The gang comes up with an idea to start doing team meetings for the rogue Pokemon. And rogue Pokemon have destroyed the Stone Emporium. And I straight up go, oh no, do they have insurance? Lita's like, that's what you're worried about? Yes, I'm a concerned adult. So did it? And then there's just Naveen who full on tunes into one of these Canary streams. My guy is a total simp donating all his hard-earned cash to this girl. Oh, a Meganium Knight. How you hanging in there, champ? Anyways, I evolved Amy thanks to learning about that Stone Emporium. Gosh, it's nothing like Staryu's and I will forever hate them for that. But man, is she cute. These battles really are never hard since one of the rivals comes with you, but he was a higher level. But nothing is stopping Joey the Alpha Sharpedo. For some reason, the game lets you use Pokemon caught up to level 60, and they obey me right now. I have no idea why. 60 is nowhere close to level 34. This fight took a long time to complete. It's super tanky, but thankfully none of my Pokemon were getting hurt too bad. Me, on the other hand, almost met my maker that day. Lita, if you don't get your butt up here with me, I'll knock you out with this Pokeball. Must you emote with every fight? This rogue was a lot easier than the last one thanks to its quad weakness to water. For a good majority of the fight, I was just using Amy as she literally refused to die, but we were never really in danger. Joey is just that good. Okay, maybe just a little bit in danger. Joey, help me out here. There was just one rogue left, but before that, I did go buy the Pidgeotite, since, well, Pidgeot evolved. Oh, that's good. Oh, that is good. Oh, my lord. Oh, he keeps up. Oh, he actually keeps up. Mega Pidgeot is a straight aura farmer. I love this bird. I also farm shards for the Sharpedo Knight, and I'm curious how big this one will be with the Alpha. Yeah. Oh, he looks like he wants to eat me. That looks menacing. I was farming those screws as well so that I can get Mega Shards at a more rapid pace. So I was coming up with any way to get them. After that, I just needed to defeat the brand new Mega Victory Bell to progress. And as you can see, Phoebe was doing loads of damage as a Mega. Unfortunately, I failed her as a trainer by not moving out of the sludge. I'm sorry, I get a little too focused on the rogue. But to my surprise, you can Mega Evolve more than one Pokemon in a fight, which seems so unnecessary. It should definitely stay as one. That's the final Mega for now, and this means that Zygarde wants to test our strength. And after we beat him, he rewards us with a nougat? Thanks, I guess. And he wasn't the only one giving me shit. Lysander goes by L now because he wants to be mysterious, but I think everyone knows it's you, dude. I was wondering who our next promotional fight was going to be, and it was none other than Canary, the girl Naveen is in love with. So I had to do my boy a solid and get her number. In all seriousness, we battled Naveen once more, and we're pretty over-leveled right now. And pair that with some Mega Evolution, and the fact that 2 out of his 3 Pokemon were weak to flying types, yeah, he's gonna be telling me everything about this Canary girl moving forward. Don't know why we needed a Pokemon battle to do that. Are we not friends? He tells us the only way to meet her and get our battle is by competing in one of her quizzes because she is oh so famous. But before anything, of course, I head to a battle zone to secure our challenger's ticket, and while doing that, Emma finally reached her peak. It's more on the subtle side of shinies, but it's still very good. Who's your favorite so far? And if the answer is anything but Pidgeot, we're gonna have problems. This challenger's ticket was a lot longer to get than previous ones thanks to our rank now. It was 35,000 points. We did so much, I ended up cashing in 60 grand after that night. This is definitely the way to farm money. Now, if only I could do this in real life. After that was done, I went to go farm shards in exchange for those EXP candies, as that would help me level up any new shinies I came across more easily. And soon after that, we participate in the contest, where we have to compete with this super fan who stalks her day and night just like Naveen. This guy breathes Canary. Now, for the first couple of questions, I just straight up followed him, which is what I'm assuming they want you to do, and if not, wow, I'm a genius. The next phase was us getting her Electros, his favorite treat, and this was a Lumio's Galette, but burnt because he likes it crispy. And of course, at the end, we gotta fight this insufferable bozo, but his team sucked. And I mean sucked. Before we fight Canary, I wanted to hunt yet again another shiny, and this time we were in Wild Zone 8, where we're just gonna straight up do fly spamming. This will load the zone constantly, and anything within 50 meters will keep respawning. The Pokemon I want from this zone is literally only Drober. Yes, I'll accept anything else, but Drober, he's the target. Again, I will gladly accept anything here, aside from Numel, but I will not leave without my Drober. Now that that's out of the way, let's see who my first shiny I ran into was after just an hour.
Okay, guys. I have found a shiny. And it is the exact shiny that I wanted. He's right there. What? Oh. Where is he? Is it him? There he is. There he is. Oh, hold on. Let me catch it first. Gotta be a luxury. Gotta be a luxury roll. No. Okay, we're out of here. We're out of here. There we go. Get out of here. Oh, I almost died.
I cannot believe that that was the first shiny I ran into in there. And he was matching my fit. It was truly meant to be.
Hey, buddy. That is a big schnoz. He's... Oh my god, he's like 3 feet. No. He's 2 feet. Why did they do you like that, dude? You're so cool, though.
I named her Cassie, and then I evolved Ursula
to a very, very good shiny. Oh, that is such a good shiny. Stop levitating, though. Ursula better be on the floor. Thank God you're not floating. Dude, that shiny is... You look so funny.
Oh yeah, Shiny Electros has taken the top spot for best shiny on the team. I love the green on it. Sorry, Phoebe. With these two, I was feeling super confident to take on Canary, but Tarragon, who happens to be her granddad, makes us battle him first. His ground type team was no match for my water types, but that wasn't the issue. He himself has he himself. So I straight up saw Mega Excadrill before I could even see it on Cassie. And despite me doing very well in this fight, this Pokemon took out 3 of mine single-handedly. And can we talk about how everyone gets a unique Mega accessory, and I can't change my Mega bracelet? Like maybe I want a Mega Construction helmet. Canary has her own streaming room in the shop through these doors, so I peer in while she's live. And this is exactly my pose when I sit at my desk, gamer neck and all. She agrees to battle us, and she is just like Lyta. Look at this battle intro. She's also identical to her grandfather. I obliterated every last one of her electric types with Cassie's Drill Run and Bulldoze except for her Mega, who again was an Electros. I mean, what are the odds I hunted an Excadrill, Tarragon has that Mega, and Evolve Electros and Canary has that Mega?
Damn it, man, I'm seeing all these Megas before I even get them.
Cannons?
Oh. Okay, maybe we don't got this.
Dude, Mega Electros is pretty cool.
I don't know about Mega Excadrill, though. It's kind of weird. Did she just curse me out? By reaching rank E, I can now purchase the Electrocyte and the Excadrillite. And I only had enough money for one, so I needed to grind the other one out. Thankfully, I knew the best places to farm Mega Shards. Wild Area 13 opened up, and while I didn't necessarily want anything in this area, I did find the Elemental Monkeys, plus Larvitar on the roof to the left of this zone. And it was a juicy bench ready for me to sit on all night. Honestly, the only thing I want is Simisear. I can't tell you why. I've always just used the other two, so I'm feeling a little different this time. But it wasn't my bedtime yet, so I came to AFK when I went to sleep. For now though, I couldn't Mega Evolve my two new guys, and I didn't realize this until later, but it's literally because they're holding the wrong Mega Stones. And I was like, am I missing something? Yeah, a brain, dude. In the meantime, while I wait until bedtime, the team planned for 3 more rogues: Beedrill, Hawlucha, and Banette. I take on Banette first with Naveen, and this one was very annoying as it basically just uses Double Team. I have Ursula here as I have Crunch on her, and they also love teleporting away. Teleport is actually a good move in this game. That health bar was not going down fast enough, so I whipped out the demon himself, Joey Tribbiani, to smooth talk her. But that didn't work, so instead he started eating it. The problem for me was I kept using plus moves instead of conserving my Mega Meter to Mega Evolve. Once Banette's health got to half though, its double team started getting even worse and we were getting confused left and right. And on top of that, I myself got smacked upside the head by this ghost. I nearly died on like 2 separate occasions. I was so over this fight by the time I was done with it. But I'm glad for the change of pace. It was bedtime by the time I was supposed to take on Hawlucha, so I set up my AFK controller once more on this roof. I really thought this was an alpha Larvitar. I got so excited. I do think this was a shiny Pansage, but it looks so normal in the moment that I just didn't even pay mind to it. Nighttime spawns didn't have anything, but daytime had 2 shiny Pincers waiting for me in Wild Zone 13. I'll take it. Pincer's great. And the shiny ain't half bad either. By the way, it's like 6 in the morning here, so that's why I'm lurking in the dark whispering. It's crazy. Hey buddy, I didn't want you. Since I didn't get anything I wanted overnight, aside from, I guess, Pansage, which I didn't notice, I took on Hawlucha. This Mega is heat, but it was going to be no match for the superior Flying-type Mega. This time I knew what was going on, so I filled my Mega Meter immediately. And why am I not Mega Evolving? Mega Evolve. Mega Evolve. Jules, Mega Evolve. Mega Evolve! That took me way too long to do. But once I did, I sent off Air Slashes and Aerial Aces like crazy. The good news too was I could get Phoebe to avoid damage because it's in the air and it's so fast, so it just dodges attacks. Until it didn't. But it literally took all of its health by itself. Oh, Lyda too, but I'm giving all the credit to Phoebe. With the Hawluchanite obtained, we headed to fight Beedrill next, but Taunie gave us something so important. We finally got the Roto Glide. I've been wanting this for the entire game. Mega Beedrill wasn't too bad, but if you're unprepared, you'll die like I did. This guy has a full-on rocket launcher as a tail, but just running doesn't outrun it. You have to spam the roll. I was doing so good too. The second fight I just mega'd right off the bat, and Phoebe was eating this thing. It helps that Taunie at least has a decent Pokemon. But yeah, Phoebe was doing most of the work here. Once those pin missiles came my way, I dodged my heart out, and thankfully I didn't have to go to Nurse Joy twice in one day. I can't use the Mega Beedrillite, but at least we can now continue with the story. Ivor is our rank E promotional fight, but of course something is up, and he can't battle us right now. His sister is missing, and by missing, he probably just didn't see her this morning, and we plan a full-on investigation, and this is one of my favorite parts of the game because Ivor is just a straight brute. Nothing is going on in that head of his. He runs off constantly, always wants to smash public property, and Emma being law enforcement needs to stop him every single time. It's the funniest thing. He even got Canary all fired up. I don't want to be on the receiving end of cheating on that girl. Canary was a much better matchup this time thanks to Mega Excadrill is what I would say if I had my meter up, or if I even had the correct Mega Stone on him. Electros destroyed us once more in one blow. Come on, Canary, go easy on me. I couldn't even Mega Evolve Ursula to win. Again, she destroyed half my team with this one Pokemon. Nuzlocke's of this game must be tough. Anyways, from there we figure out that she's in Lumio sewers, we run into a lock, Emma says not to destroy public property, and Ivor listened. For about 2 seconds until he got impatient. Eventually, we find his sister Gwen. Not Gwen, Gwyn. And what do we do when we find her? Well, battle, of course. Ursula takes out her Banette with some crunches and liquidations as Gourgeist comes in. See, Phoebe is the perfect answer for this, and I immediately go into Electros knowing the only thing left could be her Chandelure. Okay, I actually had no idea Mega Chandelure was a thing. A full-on chandelier. As always, Ursula can't do anything without Levitate or his Mega, so Cassie had to finish this one up with a Drill Run. And once that was done, we come to the conclusion that Gwyn literally was just trying to get away from her annoying brother. Yeah, he's been a bit annoying today. I don't blame her. Here's where I realized I had the wrong Mega Stones on my Pokemon, so I swapped them, and now I can use them to their full potential. That took me way too long to realize. Speaking of Mega Stones, remember when I said I couldn't use that Beedrillite? Well,
Beedrill. There's a full odds Beedrill.
Yup, that is a full odds random Beedrill, literally while I'm just grinding some shards. It took some time to figure out how to get over there since I fell. Oh my god! But Beedrill Shiny is so good. The blue eyes is such a nice touch, just like Venonat's. And Beedrill in general is just an awesome Pokemon, even without a Mega. With Mega Ursula, it was time to take on Ivor, the fighting type specialist. We were off to a rough start as, fearing a bug type move on Amy, I swapped Phoebe only for this Heracross to also have Rock Blast. Well played, Ivor. Well played. I have no idea how Phoebe didn't die here, and she was able to pick up the KO on Heracross. The same could not be said for Medicham, despite being very close to doing it. Amy takes out that, and I really thought she'd be able to take out Machamp, but with only one Psychic type move, Machamp Brutal swings us into next week. Now that I think about it, I might have to Rock Protect. Wait, will our Whirlpool finish it off? Oh, of course it doesn't. I still have Emma, which is huge, as Phalanx has a Mega, and it's a glorious one. And again, we just missed the KO on it, and Talonflame lays to rest in this dojo. Once again, Ursula is the one to take all of the credit. How am I underleveled again? One step closer to rank A, and we celebrate by eating this croissant curry Tawnie's been making the entire game. I'm not gonna lie, I'm with Naveen on this one. This, to me, looks awful. The next morning, Tawnie is missing, kind of like how Ivor's sister was. And apparently, she took out a loan with a shady company, and Lyda and I have to deal with it, because we're good friends, I guess. So just in case, I went money grinding, guys, as my next hunt was going to require a lot of dough. In the meantime, though, we find out the organization Tawnie borrowed from was Rust Syndicate, and we're finally back to fighting grunts. I love evil teams. Sure, they're not trying to destroy the world, but I'll take what I can get. By defeating these two guarding the front, this guy Felipe comes out with the most ridiculous facial hair I think I've ever seen. He challenges us to a battle, and finally, with a Mega Excadrill on the field, none of his steel types were living. Okay, to be fair, I didn't know Skarmory was getting a Mega. And oh, how Electros has fallen, not having Levitate. But somehow Ursula managed to get the last blow, nearly dying. You're getting better, girl. I don't know what it could possibly be that's telling me this is a bad idea. Inside, we meet the big bad boss of this organization, and he asks Felipe why we don't have a scratch on us. Bruh, we're children. Corbu here isn't even supposed to be the boss. Felipe gave him the position, and I can see why. He's ruthless. We come to an agreement with Rust Syndicate to do odd jobs to repay this horrible loan that Tawnie got, as thanks to the interest, it is now $1 million. And like, I could totally just pay this off right now with all the money grinding I did. I'm not kidding. I have $1 million, but I guess Lyda actually wants to work, so now we're employed without pay. This is bogus. Tawnie, when I get my hands on you. And of course, Tawnie shows up right after and pretty much takes none of this seriously. And from there, we take on 3 more rogues, one of which is Ampharos. It's about time. Mega Barbarical is literally so creepy. What were they thinking? This is a kid's game, not a horror movie. Stop chasing me. Kathy's quad effective grass type moves handled this like a champ. She was at full health until half of its HP because of Giga Drain. I did almost lose this though, but it wasn't going to be my Pokemon's fault. No, I almost got put down myself by a Unibeam. I should be in the hospital right now with a fractured spine, paralyzed, and with a severe burning after that hit. Mega Mawile was absolutely spat on by Cassie. This thing didn't stand a chance. Now before we can get to Ampharos, Gwyn decides to annoy us with a Pokemon battle. Safe to say she's just as annoying as her brother. Her team was somehow stronger now though. A Punkaboo, of all things, Brutal swings Ursula and did so much damage. Gengar nearly KO'd Amy the Starmie, and don't even get me started on Mega Chandelure. I was 5 levels above this thing, and one after the other, it just fired off flamethrowers. I was just scrambling, sending stuff out at random. It came down to my last Pokemon, none other than Electros for the billionth time. And just in time, the Mega ran out and she was able to clutch. Ursula is definitely my favorite shiny. Naveen helps us out with Ampharos, but we all know Cassie does not need his help. Excadrill tanks whatever it throws at it. Literally, she took like barely any damage. Our next endeavor was hitting up the Z Royale. Yes, we needed another challenger's ticket, but I had other plans. More money. I grinded away, and eventually I was pulling in 100k per night. Get me on a pulse stat. Not even the ladies down at the club would be making that a night. No, but for real, I hit $1 million and I wasn't even done with this game. And I was surprised that we could actually go over $1 million. And relieved, because this is important for my next shiny hunt. The Jaw Fossil. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not hunting the Jaw Fossil because everyone and their mother is going to be doing that one. No, instead, I'm going to be going for the Sail Fossil. Amora, my dear, you will be mine. We've gotten a bunch of easy shinies at this point, so it was time for a hard hunt. Well, sort of. It's hard in the sense that it takes time, but it's still kind of semi-AFK. Let me explain. By buying 56 Sail Fossils, we can take it to the research lab where this guy revives them over and over and over again. All of them going into my box. They were super expensive, but this shiny was going to be priceless. priceless. At 20 grand each, 56 of them cost me $1 million. And now it was just me saving before giving him the fossils, revive all 56, and this took about 8 minutes to do. Then I just check if they're shiny, if not, we reset. And with the turbo controller, I don't actually have to be present to revive those fossils. So I had 8 minutes to do whatever I wanted to do. I couldn't do this while asleep because of the resetting, so for that I headed back near area 13, where by morning I finally got what I wanted. Look at these beautiful monkeys. And I do believe the Pansage from before is the same Pansage we are seeing right now. Asleep and all. Bro's been sleeping for days. But Pansear is what I really wanted. No Pampor, but I'm not complaining. These shinies are just so good. We also get another Pinsir, which sucked, so subscribe if you want this bug. Yo, who's trying to murder me? Hey, monkey. Now, it pains me that Pansear isn't an alpha, and it only pains me because Pansage was. Look at how big he is. Don't get me wrong. I and probably the rest of us love Simisage more than the other two, but I wanted to use my Simisear this time around and give him some love. And then the game just says, hey, here's a shiny alpha. How could you not? Well, because I have other plans for a grass type. Either way, Chandler, welcome to the team. Oh, and you too, Mike. Although I saved you a spot on the bench. Now, the monkeys are a bit of a letdown. They're shinies, that is. They're cool, but they barely change, and the first stage shinies are 1,000,000 times better in my opinion. Still, they are cool Pokemon. Before we evolved Chandler, we did hit up a coffee shop, as this was the last time I'd see this beautiful shiny of his. Kind of, I mean, his brother will stay a Pansear for the rest of his life. God, it's just not as good as the orange one. Why would they do this to him? I still love you though. From here, I started grinding more money for about 2 hours. For some context, the first $1 million took me a whole 6 hours to get, and this is because I didn't want to overlevel the main team. So I started using the rejects. Those I don't care if they overlevel, as I wouldn't use them, especially the duplicates, which I cannot believe were put to good use. With the rejects leveled up and with me understanding how the payout worked, it took 2 hours to get around 600k to buy another 33 sale fossils, totaling 89 in total. There's literally no going back now. This shiny cost me $1.6 million. I'll be damned if I leave this lab without it. 89 sale fossils equates to around 20 minutes and 30 seconds of spamming A. This is huge, as it gave me time to do other things like write script, edit, take a shower, watch streams, anything without it being a huge inconvenience of boredom. Don't know what I just said, but I let my controller run and got to it. Amora after Amora, all with blue eyes. None of them green. No pale skin, just sea blue. Hours rolled by, and not a single shiny was seen. My boy BP had gotten his Tyrant in a fair amount of time, but me, nothing. A bazillion timers were set. I was tired of hearing this, and I was going insane. We're gonna get it this time. Yeah, there's nothing there. Now, don't get me wrong, the shiny hunt was realistically painless. I just thought I would get it in a realistic amount of time. You know, like every other shiny in this game, 4 hours, then 7 hours, then 13 hours. Then 20 hours later, and nothing. Zilch. I'm starting to think that Amora doesn't want to be caught. Nothing. Just disappointment. The hardest part about the shiny was the money grind, to be fair, but it was getting a bit demotivating the more time that went on. I literally had a dream last night that I saved after the shiny. I'm losing it. Kill. Oh, would you look at that? No, Amora. Oh, would you look at that? No! Dude, is my game okay? This is the one. This is the one, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one. I know it. I know it. I know it. I don't know it. Wow. No, I'm actually impressed. In the end, of course, I got my Amora while I was not at my desk and instead at my bed. Exactly on the last search before I went to sleep. 36 hours and exactly 8,557 fossil revives is when Green Eyes showed up. That's definitely going to be the most brutal shiny hunt in this game. So on to a simpler one, since like I said, I was able to go to sleep, meaning more AFK hunting. I wanted Gorgeist, but instead got a shiny Shuppet in Wild Area 15. I'm not a fan of Bannettes, especially when Shuppet shiny is superior. What are you hiding for? Get in the ball. Oh! I got it. I got it. I got it. Amora. Look at that shiny, guys. This is the most expensive shiny in history. You are so much money. If you die, I'd be so upset. You're so cute. Oh, look how she patters. Oh, it's a boy. Look how he patters. And you guys already know. I mean, like, the prime nickname for Amora is Ross. Dude, going from the blue to the white and the green eyes,
is like perfect, especially since it's an ice type. It is such a perfect shiny. I don't even want to evolve it. It's so good. And of course, the Shuppet we just got, which I really did not want. Apparently, Evora needs to evolve at night. Come on, Ross. Let's see what you got. It's been a long time coming. It's been like 4 days for me. Oh, it's still beautiful. I mean, it still stays beautiful. How big are you? You're not that big. Like, it's the same thing, just taller. Oh, man, I should be able to ride you. Are you faster? You're not, but you're stomping on the ground. As I'm writing this, Michael is actually currently at quadruple odds. So, like, yeah. I didn't go through hell at all. Let me know if you did this hunt, and if you did, how'd it go? Are you okay? Yo, what is wrong with it? Yo, he's just... Die, bro. It's funny, I was supposed to be doing Team Rust Syndicate's dirty work, and Corbu just told me not to keep him waiting. But clearly I did more than just keep him waiting. This door and the windows, that is some crazy textures. Like, the brick is whatever. That's insane. After we do all those odd jobs, we finally get Taunie's interest cleared. Not the actual debt, but we at least get to take on our next promotional fight, Corbu himself. Yeah, I got that challenger ticket like 40 hours ago. Dude, this guy's actually... I'm taller than this dude. What was that? He's so short he had to hop. Did you see that? You might have an Arbok. Steel type. Oh, get predicted. Go Pidgeot. Gyarados. Bad switch, bad switch, bad switch, but it don't matter. Because he's not going to use a ground type move. He's going to use bounce. Predicted. Discharge now. Boom. Simmy's here. Come on, Chandler. Yeah! We love a good switch, baby. That did so much. He's gonna die. Okay, Starmie got it. Aurorus. Scolipede? Possibly if we rock? It's Mega Scolipede. Oh my gosh! That thing is crazy! I light screened. I don't know why. I didn't mean to. What the hell? Rock Blast! Ice Beam! No! Earthquake's gonna kill us. Let's just switch into something that it can't. Hurricane! We need a quick attack. Yes! Finally at rank C, which means this game is coming to a close. The part where Corbu takes a room for the night in Hotel Z just to give Taunie a tip that's equal to the debt she owes is so wholesome. This man does have a heart, and AZ does not. Apparently he never gave Lida or Naveen a Mega Ring. That's wild. Speaking of wild, new wild areas have appeared on the map, and 17 is a very important one. This zone holds that grass type I was talking about earlier, Chespin. Chespin spawns in the burrows near where the fly zone leaves you, and he's not even guaranteed to be found in one of these burrows. Diggersby is way more common, and when I say way more common, I can't emphasize that enough. There's two ways to hunt shiny Chespin. We can fly spam to speed this up, or we can just AFK so I can edit in the process. I did try fly spamming at first, but god, I was falling asleep doing it. So instead, I just let the controller run while sleeping or at work, or anything else I did. I did things in between, such as fighting Lida, but man, is she not a battler. Let's just leave it at that. Naveen was better, but still very meh, although Mega Scrafty is dope. Oh, he's Hood. We also got invited to some fancy gathering by some lady named Jacinth, so we dressed up for the occasion. All for nothing, too. Jacinth starts to announce her special tournament, and Taunie couldn't give two shits. Dude, Taunie does not give an F of where she is, what she's doing. She does her own thing. We gotta go. We gotta go. Just screw this tournament. That's all right. You can just qualify us. We gotta go help protect the city so that all of you can keep enjoying your tournaments. Oh, all right, we need to put a standard strategy. What is wrong with you? During another strategy meeting, Jacinth shows up unannounced being all creepy because she does not take rejection lightly. And how does Lida not see her? For now, Jacinth leaves us alone, and at this point in the game, I'm not gonna lie, the rogue fights are getting really repetitive, at least from a commentating standpoint. So I'll just be very brief. Mega Frostlass is actually pretty nice, and at this point, most of these are easy because I have so many shinies that I can just bring a different team for each rogue. The other two are just megas we've seen before, although Venusaur did put up a decent fight. God, is that a solar beam? BB, we're running you till the wheels fall off. Till the wings fall off. Oh, the wings fell off. Once those were done, Jacinth decides to annoy us some more, and she's scaring our guests away. Oh, that's funny. She's like, you're scaring away the guests. Isn't Corbu the only guest we've had? Whose side are you on?
By rejecting Jacinth's party, her assistant battles us, and this is where the game gets so much harder, at least for me, because I didn't swap my team out from the rogues.
Come on! Yes! Ross did it. You did it, Ross. Ross, don't die. Ross! Protect!
What is Mega Dragouji gonna look like? I need me a Mega Wait, I might hunt this thing. No, we were a quick attack away. Dude, I cannot pronounce Jacinth. To no one's surprise, Jacinth is going to be rank C's promotional fight. But before we do that, I did more Chespin hunting, and we didn't get him, but we did get something else. And this is in range. This is within 50 meters, and I hear a shiny. They're right there, okay? It's two fletchling, but they're right there. 1, 2. These two are actually good that they spawn, because if we just leave them there, they won't despawn. And if they don't despawn, then no more shiny Pokemon can spawn in those spawn slots, giving us a better chance of the burrows to spawn. Not really, but in my head it makes sense. But since we didn't get Chespin that day, I finally entered Jacinth's tournament where we have to fight half of these people again. And once we do, Lysander shows up with Zygarde. And to prove we're worthy, Zygarde himself was added to the tournament.
Zygarde's on the thing. They took a picture of him and all. What do you mean? They got this guy to take a picture?
And with all these cells Lysander has been collecting for Zygarde, we have to battle it at 50%, which was super hard, by the way. This thing is so tanky, I can barely do damage to it. Eventually, though, we take on Jacinth. This theme goes hard, bro.
We killed each other?
No, we didn't. Oh, Cassie just lived.
What a legend. Mega Clavable? I don't think I can get a hit off.
I can get a...
Dig! Oh. No, we didn't do anything. It's in the air. Wait, is it a flying type for real? It didn't die. Quick attack.
Guys, we're almost at rank A, but that didn't actually matter to me. This stupid Chespin is what mattered to me. But instead, a shiny Ghastly decided to spawn as a night encounter, and I caught it on accident. From there, I started finding Diggersby and even more Ghastly.
Oh, it's Ghastly. 2 Ghastly!
At the very least, I could just leave the Ghastly there so no more spawn, and it wouldn't piss me off even more than they did.
Guys, I have found yet again another... dude, my luck is horrible. I have found another Diggersby. So 3 Diggersbys, 2 Fletchlings, and 3 Ghastlies. I have left the Ghastlies there at night, and I have left the Fletchling on the roof. Don't shine at me like that. The funny thing is, there's 2 Chespin in front of me, just trolling me.
I proceeded to find 2 more Diggersby after this, totaling 5, and at this point, it was 20-something hours of just bench resetting. I just wanted to continue playing the game, but no, this dumb Chespin didn't want to shine. Until...
I just saw a shiny. Yes! Oh, I got it. Oh, I got it. Finally, dude. That took like 30 hours. I can continue with the game. Yay.
30 hours it took, but he was all mine.
Finally, dude. That shiny is amazing. Hey, buddy. You were hiding deep underground, weren't you?
Oh, I love this thing, and its shiny is the best in the whole line, unfortunately. I did end up catching every other shiny I was just letting sit around, but since I couldn't trade on this account, I never mentioned those Ghastly again. I still hate you with a burning passion, but thankfully I don't have to look at you for more than 1 minute. I love Chestnut, but like I said, this shiny is a severe downgrade from the previous 2, but he's still precious to me. After doing a little photo shoot with Ben, we go ahead and take yet again another 2 rogues. When will it end? These later fights are really difficult. Like, I was losing every single one first try. I can see why Felipe was the boss before. This man's team was stacked with steel types, including that Mega Skarmory who ended up laying my team to rest on this roof. After that though, we actually took on Mega Starmie, which I can't even defend them on this one. I've been pretty easy on them so far, but this is literally like, is mayonnaise an instrument? This thing is so derpy. Despite that though, these Hydro Pumps were not letting up. I just wish my own Starmie was this strong. I feel like it's dying every time I send it into battle. Now yes, it it was doing a lot of damage to me, but my team for the most part was completely fine. Ursula single-handedly wiped the floor with Patrick, and from there I gave Amy that stone so she could finally Mega Evolve. Now I did go to sleep right after this, and I wasn't really planning on hunting any more shinies, but with the AFK method there was literally no reason not to. So one night's rest later, and we got some heaters in Wild Zone 18. We got Noibat, an Alpha Salamence, 3 Bagons next to its mama, and even Altaria and its baby as a daytime spawn. I didn't think I'd use any of these, but I did use the Alpha as he's just too strong. Also, some of these Alphas are tricking me. You're telling me this isn't Salamence's real size? How tiny is Salamence? This has to be how big he is normally. I feel like I've been robbed. I think my favorite thing about this game is just taking pictures with my Pokemon. Mega Starmie wasn't doing anything to Tyranitar. I could not believe it. What's even the point, Amy? I snagged the Mensite and Quasartico as the final rogue of this game was none other than Mega Dragonite. And yeah, this one's lazy too, but I really do like it. See, this is why I use Judy, the Alpha Salamence. None of my other Pokemon were doing anything, but Judy, oh my god, as a Mega, she was taking chunks of the health bar away. We find out our final ZA promotional fight is Gisham. And Gisham is just a Team Flare grunt from the newest generation before they were all abandoned. We find this out by going to Emma, who had a Mega Malamar by the way. This thing was so if you're hating on this one, we just can't be friends. From there, she leads us to Mabel, since Mabel was a part of Team Flare, as we all know. And the reason she's not in jail is she took a plea deal and was forced to work here for the rest of her life stuck in this lab. Feels bad. Then we go find Gisham, which I'm curious if he's been in this truck the entire time. Essentially, both him and Grissel tell us some Team Flare lore, and Mega Pyroar exists? I have a Pyroar. This was a total surprise to me. They explained to us that because of AZ creating that weapon, this drove Lysander to his insanity, and by doing that, Team Flare ended up where they ended up 5 years ago. Yeah, I mean, bro, it's still Lysander's fault, dude. AZ's chill, leave him alone. Anyways, to enter Lysander's labs, the code is literally open sesame. And wow, I mean, does anybody have a brain in this organization? No wonder you guys collapsed. By going through the labs, we find out the truth. 1, that the ultimate weapon was created to restore life, yes, but 2, 1,000 years after that weapon was created, AZ made a device which is in the Prism Tower. Lysander only went for the weapon because AZ held the key to it, but the device in Prism Tower requires AZ's Floette, which he did not have at the time. He then told us he's alive because Zygarde saved him in all of the rubble. And in order to stop the device in Prism Tower from going rogue itself, Zygarde needs to be the one to do it, at 100% by a powerful trainer. So of course, Gisham thinks that could be him, and he'll prove it in the promotional fight. In the meantime, AZ gives us the whole backstory on what happened and how 1,000 years after he created the first weapon, he created Angie for what he did to Floette. He believes that the ultimate weapon being fired was the cause of Angie to be awoken. And as always, the kids are the ones to stop this entire mess. So we take on Gisham, and to be honest, he could have the honor to clean up this mess. This man was so difficult. Like, did any of you have trouble with him? I could not beat him for the life of me. This guy had Pangoro, Pyroar, Tyranitar, Malamar, a Salamence, and on top of it all, a freaking Mega Charizard X. And by the time I got to that, my team was done for. He wasn't even that much higher of a level. I guess my Pokemon were just weak. I don't know. But it took me like 4 tries to beat him. Like, I don't even think I'm the chosen one anymore. The immersion has been broken. I swapped my teams out, tried different moves. This guy read me like a book every single time. Eventually, I did beat him by saving Judy until the very end to Mega Evolve and one-shot his own Judy with an Outrage. And this works out perfectly, as this is also perfect for Mega Charizard. I was getting better with the timing to protect, and this let me tank a Dragon-type move, which then let me Outrage just before he protected, and finally, this dude was defeated. Rank A, baby. I totally do not deserve this. From there, we get a good night's rest, or so we all thought. This was funny to me in the moment. Anji's like, nah, get the fuck up. And Taunie just bangs on our door. The tower was emitting its mega energy, so naturally, in time of crisis, I started doing a full-on photo shoot in Centrico with my Pokemon. This shot turned out so good with Ross's glowing ears, I guess. Now, Taunie thinks she should be the one to Mega Evolve Floette and stop this thing, but that's insane. I'm the main character, dude. So we do get out in a battle, and yeah, nah, I ain't shit. She wrecked me. This must be a skill issue. I'm also just realizing I didn't even get to see her final Pokemon. I'm assuming it was Mega Emboar, and I mean, literally the fight ends right there, and we continue on with the story. What happens if I would have won? Do I just let her take Floette anyways? She Mega Evolves Floette, goes into the tower, and records because kids in their phones these days, am I right? We're in the middle of a catastrophe. Put the phone down. Everything was going smoothly, but let's be real, Taunie doesn't know what she's doing, so all hell breaks loose, and just look at my face. I'm just like, yeah, you should have let me go up there. Anji is revealed, and this makes a bunch of Pokemon go rogue and are Mega Evolving all around the city. So instead of making it around the city with, oh, I don't know, my Alpha Salamence, who could totally pick me up and fly, we have to go all around the city using the debris as scaffolding and doing parkour. Seems inefficient, but it's alright. It's not like innocent citizens are in trouble or anything. Did he just die? Honestly, at this point, I really am done with battling rogue Pokemon since they're just so tanky and just destroy all of my Pokemon, unless I have a Mega. Not to mention they were aggroing me as well, so let's just skip to the part where we save the city. We fight a Hyper Rogue Anji Floette, no idea what that means, but this was just so boring. I mean, don't get me wrong, the rest of the game was super fun, but if you Nuzlocke this game, how the hell do you not die here without using any potions, essentially, in battle? They're so tanky, they do so much damage, there's no real skill here, it's just spam, spam, spam while these things just stay in one spot. This is probably the only thing I didn't like about this game. The good news was when I lost, it didn't actually make me restart the entire sequence, and eventually with 100% Zygarde, we saved the city taking down Angie Floette. I will say this gives me black and white vibes where every character was pitching in to help, and again, the highlight of this game for me was definitely the characters. But out of nowhere, Angie starts reacting once more, and we realize it's actually not over, and the nougat Zygarde left me started shaking, and this turns into the Zygardite. So you know exactly what's about to happen. And I won't lie, this part is pretty hype. We just hop on the railing, Mega Evolve, and despite losing half of those endgame fights, we are still the chosen one. My boy has a huge ass cannon, and our core enforcer move turns into Nihilite. Nihilite? I really don't know. Zygarde charges this beam up like a Kamehameha, and that's it. City saved. Tawnie's also safe with Floette, and thankfully, it's not dead, so we can return it safely to AZ. I really should not have said that. The shinies in this game was absolutely insane. I don't know if they intended to do this or not, but I have a full box and a half of shinies. And I don't know if I like this or if I hate it. I really can't. I don't know. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on everything.